not that loud. Can you hear that air conditioner in the background? No? Okay. We're cool then. Sweet. You know how that is. Right. Do you want us to do you want us to like say something and give you a marker there or? All right. Cool.
There you go.
Oops.
See, I have to be careful with this because sometimes it will interrupt what it's doing.
Right.
Oops. See, I have to be careful with this because sometimes it will interrupt what it's doing. There we go. Okay, sound is going. This is sad. Like, would you believe that I sometimes program stuff? Okay, let's see. And then I'll put this on the Facebook there so it's running. Why isn't it? Hold on, I gotta copy the link here. So I'll have it run through Facebook now here. Let's put it on the page.
You got a lot you got to do, right? How's the Facebook thing work? The link doesn't go live till you put it live, right?
It will. Wait, hold on. What? Oh, there we go. Create post. I'll just put this link here, and that should be running then. I'll put it inside the event too. Next. Publish now. Okay.
I feel like we get the easy end of this deal. We just get to sleep.
Yeah, probably. Well, the link's actually already within the event there, but what I did right now is I shared it to my Facebook page. So if you go to the Facebook page, you should see that the stream is running on there. Let's just double check here. Make sure they actually post it properly. Let's do the old turn on, turn off trick there. Okay, it's showing there. Yeah, it's going on there.
Awesome.
Let me make sure the sound is working here. It's going on there. Let me make sure the sound is working. Not doing that. Okay, looks like the link is on there running. Yeah. Okay. So you should be able to just share that directly, and it will go to your Facebook page or however you want to share it around.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe we can do a post quick.
Yeah, let me go to the where's this discussion. Right here.
Exit full screen. There we go. Why does it look like that? Oh.
Paste the link. Paste the link.
All right, I'm going to try to share it on our page.
Okay.
Quick.
Try that again. That's weird. It's not letting me. I'm just trying to post the link into the event. It's already on the page.
Right.
If you go to the page itself, you should see it just right there.
Cool.
Try to see if you can share it and see if it works for you. It should, I think. Oh yeah, we got one viewer so far. That's cool. And it's not me. Nice. The dog check is making sure it's running good on here. Yeah, it's running good on YouTube. Pin chat, got it. Okay, good.
Awesome.
That's all running good. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can we share a direct link to YouTube? Will that work?
Yeah. If you can go to the. Can you actually see it on YouTube right now? Do you see it?
Let's see.
I can copy and paste it into the Zoom thing here. Hold on.
Well, I'm not going to turn it on. I just want to grab the link.
Yeah, I put the link into
there
the
it is.
chat. Oh, you found it already? Okay.
Sweet. Yeah. Thank you.
So is our audio live right now?
Yeah. Why do you want to?
Don't
so.
fart. Everyone's listening. I am not good at this. All right.
Yeah, normally I put this to Facebook, so this is a bit of an experiment today. Hope it goes good. I can watch the chat here as people talk. Where is it? There we go.
Oh yeah, I guess we're probably not going to watch that because I'm worried about our sound. You'll have to just tell us what if people ask us something.
Oh yeah. I'll have the things come up. Actually, we'll show on the screen too if I wanted to. Oh, there's a live chat right there. Okay. Yeah, I can keep that up there so if stuff starts to go, I'll see it. And while I'm sitting here, I better double check the questions I have. Make sure. What the heck? Okay, we got 2 on there. Sweet. They're starting to come in now. I'm getting nervous.
All right, we're good.
Where'd my sticky notes go? This stupid thing. Sticky note app. There we go. Thank you. I'm just refreshing myself with the questions here. Make sure I sound as professional as possible before people actually realize I had to read them again.
Well, we're counting on you because we don't have ours up. So
yeah, it tends to be kind of freeform too. Like I'll base it on what I have here, but usually the band will start talking about stuff and we'll go over all over the place.
Well,
okay,
awesome.
Yeah,
we're ready.
All right, I guess we'll wait just 3 minutes just to wait till the 6 o'clock starts. There is that cool?
Cool. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. I'll share this too to my Facebook page, and then we'll get this there.
What were you going to say about Calgary?
Oh, Caligari. Have you heard the Hexenbrett?
That sounds familiar. Why is that? Is that a release he did?
Yeah, it's a re-release that he did on cassette. Awesome band. It's one of those bands that like I heard and I was like super excited about almost immediately. They're a German band. They're kind of like Merciful Fate, but like the vocals are like real harsh German.
I think I may have got the promo, but maybe I didn't like the art. Sorry, I can't remember.
The art that
didn't
he
make
did,
the cut.
well, the art that he did is actually pretty cool. It's like this woman, and she looks like real scared, but it's different than the actual art that was released in Germany.
Wait. So when did it actually come out then on cassette?
That's a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. That may have been before I started Streamline or something. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, maybe did I do it? I don't know. You're too many bands these days.
They're good, man.
I've got some really interesting stuff recently, including you guys. I was like, wow. There's always the releases that are just boring. You're like, how are people still making the sound? How is this still a sound that people are listening to? And then I've got lots of interesting stuff recently. I mean, classic's cool and all, but sometimes too classic is detrimental. Whoops, I just have to close this.
What do you have that you found interesting recently?
Recently? Okay, well, obviously you guys. Let's see. Oh, there was this kind of like gothic blackened punk band from Colombia called Ramera that I thought was awesome. And I love the cover. I forget the name of the artist who did it. She's this Colombian artist named Dehumanization Illustration or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she's called, but I really liked her art. The cover is like this sort of like gothic and with like black and white hair and like his eyes rolling up in like a burning church in the back, and I was like, that looks cool. And so that was a good one. That was kind of a surprising one. What else? I'd have to look. But basically anything I decide to review, I thought was really cool. Oh yeah, there's the new how do you say that name? El Namrud, whatever. There's that guy. That came out. Miss Cavern. That one was a pretty cool one. That was yeah, I like that. That was some cool black metal. Concilium was cool. There's a game there I reviewed. But I had to go in here and see what else I checked out. We'll get started in just a second. Anyone who's coming in here, we're just talking about other bands. Scum Strike, that was one. This one, these guys actually released this album last October, I think, and it was just pretty straightforward German black metal. But then they did a re-release of it. They adjusted the sound a bit, but they did all the vocals clean, and it was so awesome. And the theme is about mining. I was like, oh, that's cool. These guys are
I
cool.
listened to that. That Lucifer album's good.
It's really good. Yeah, it was a good one. Triumph, some sort of war metal there, some black metal there. I think there was one. That was a good one. Bat Magic, yeah. Vampire themed black metal there was cool.
Nice.
Hammer, Silhouette. Yeah, there's some interesting ones. Silhouette, I seem to remember, had some really clean vocals, and I thought that was cool. Oh, this is some post-hardcore here. I forget. A bunch of stuff in here. Whatever. Oh, Charnel Art. That was the one I was looking for. That was really good. I really like that one. At any rate, let's get started here. We got 2 people. That's good. We'll get started here. So you got the link shared there. Okay, everything looks like it's active on your thing. I'll double check my link too. I think our sound, everything's working. Nice. Yeah, the other thing I wish that whenever, this is the only thing that's better about doing it on Facebook and sharing it on Facebook is then it's active as it's going, whereas people have to click the link here and stuff. But whatever, it's cool. All right, everybody, we get started here. We'll have more people probably coming in and out. If not, I don't care. I'm sure you don't care either.
Yeah, we'll share it later.
Yeah, share it later. Yeah, we'll look at it later. Pick at it. Yeah. So I am interviewing right now the dark dungeon metal band from York, Pennsylvania, near where actually I grew up. Well, I guess sort of. Hey, where is York in Pennsylvania? I always forget. Is it like middle of the state?
Right in the center.
Okay.
Like an hour from Baltimore, like right near the Maryland line.
Yeah,
you're like sort of like down middle, middle south there. I'm from near Pittsburgh, and it's a little town called Latrobe you probably have never heard of.
No, my dad went to college there.
Oh, really? In Pitt? At Pitt, you mean?
Yeah, well, he went to St. Vincent, I think.
That's where I went. Wait a minute now. When did he go there?
What?
I doubt I went there when your dad did, but I'm just curious.
Probably not.
That's cool. That's where I went to. Yeah, as a undergraduate double major in philosophy and art history.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so York, Pennsylvania here. This has been one of the most interesting bands I've heard in the past year easily. And in Doom, no joke, guys, this is probably one of the most interesting Doom releases I've heard probably the last 10 years. So much Doom I've gotten is like either the stoner variety or, lots of, I noticed like in Doom recently, lots of like redundant themes like, witches, weed, combined, weed, witch, I don't know, that's probably a band named that. And this one here, I didn't even know. Like, I guess I'll start with the art first, since it's right here on your. I'm on their Bandcamp page currently. The art was really striking at first, and we'll get to the detail that I think. I don't know which one of you told me this, but one of you told me that it's actually a diptych, and I was like, wait, what? And I didn't realize it, and I was like, okay, I got to double check this. Are they being serious with this? So, just so everybody knows, their last album here on the left, High Command, matches with this current one, Fire and Sorcery. It was like freaking. I was like, whoa! It's like a puzzle. Really cool. So, and then, yeah. What's that?
We planned that one right from the beginning. Like we
that's
knew
really
we were gonna
that's really cool. So I guess themes wise too, they essentially are linked as albums, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, High Command, I don't recall actually receiving a promo for that, so I don't know how much you guys promoted that. Because I go through all my stuff in detail, and this one was released back in what? Let's see. What year was High Command?
2017.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so geez, like 5 years ago now. Wow. Now,
I thought it was 2009.
you th-
18.
well, still, I have 4 years. Yeah, so you got. Well, let me start there since you mentioned that, because I don't recall getting this one. I'm not sure how much you promoted it or whatever. But so obviously, there's been like a 4-year gap between High Command and Fire and Sorcery. But you said that the art was intended to be this essentially continuation as well as the themes and stuff. So obviously you had a Fire and Sorcery planned at least as far back as whenever you released High Command. So was this like originally intended maybe as a larger album? You decided to break into 2 parts, or is this like you just?
we just Brian gets super inspired ahead of time, and by the time we're like done writing the songs for the first one, he's already got the whole next thing.
Okay.
Next album done already.
Okay. So you intended as two separate albums. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Now, what was it like? So, I guess going from there, then, your guys' sound was really interesting to me because, and I've gotten some dungeon synth releases recently, but most of that tends to be of the black metal variety. I can't say I've gotten anything like this. I mean, I've gotten some interesting doom bands, but this I thought was a really, like, I don't want to call it a unique twist because I'm sure someone's done something like this at some point that I've never heard of. But it was definitely way different than what I've ever really heard, and I get tons of stuff to listen to, so it was definitely striking. Now, was there any sort of influence in the background of writing this, like either of these? I guess let's start with High Command first, then we'll focus on Fire Sorcery, so that was the most recent one. But we should also make sure we test the sound of this so that it's coming through the thing.
Right.
So let's just start with, I guess, what's your favorite song from this album?
Mine was probably Dark Rider.
Yeah.
Dark Rider. Okay, well, that sounds cool. Oh, got the cool lyrics there too. All right, let's make sure the sound's coming in there. Make sure it's going good. So you hearing that? Okay, your end.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be good. Good sound. Now, let's start with that. The newer album sounds a lot cleaner than this one. I like them both, but this one's like a lot sludgier. So, in the creation of your newer album, did you deliberately decide to change the way some of the sound works? Was that intentional, or is it just kind of how the recording came out? Or
It wasn't 100% intentional. Like, I mean, I just bought more equipment. So like our new album, I think it sounds clearer just because we have different equipment. I mean, I have different microphones.
Okay, so just largely a production thing. Now I was just curious because
Yeah.
I sampled it because again I hadn't, as far as I remember, I don't remember seeing that one in promos, but I had listened to this one probably like 7 times before I contacted you guys, so I was really familiar with it. But in your overall structure and stuff, I really like the way you use the synth. So in terms of instruments, like who is writing what, who's putting what together, or are you working on it together, or is one of you primarily writing the riffs, and then like how is it all coming together? Because there's probably just 2 of you, right?
Yeah, I normally write all the music, and then I bring it to Rebecca and in like a recorded form, and then she'll work out what she's going to do with the drums. And then we'll tweak things here and there. If things don't work, we'll add.
Okay, cool. So who's doing the synth then? You're doing the synth?
It's all.
Oh, okay, cool. What kind of synth are you using? I'm curious.
I'm using all soft synths, so it's actually
Soft.
Yeah, like I use on the computer, like it's all sequenced.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
It's really good because again I've heard some dungeon synth stuff, and it's always tended to be like the black metal variety, and most of it sounds pretty consistent. Like I can listen to one band and I'd be like, it's whatever. But the way you guys,
think it's 100% dungeon.
no, it's just just referencing something. Yeah, you guys definitely are different than that. But I really enjoyed the way you integrated the keyboards into this, where you even have sections where it's basically like all keyboard, and it's not like too much in the front, too much in the back. So now, in terms of the themes of both of these, what was the overall goal you were trying to reach with creating both of these albums, but especially focusing on Fire Sorcery?
What was the overall
Like the story?
Yeah, the story, exactly. Yeah, the story.
Right.
So the story it's going in reverse. So like the first album is all about war and this fantasy war, and then the second album is about that wizard who's summoning that dragon for the war, and like the whole album's pretty much about that wizard.
Oh, cool. So we got to focus on a wizard. That sounds cool. Now, what inspired you to create these stories? Do you play a lot of 2nd edition D&D, perhaps? You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Oh! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be stereotypical with it, but I played it when I was...
when I was really little, I played Dungeons and Dragons and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I grew up, like my dad was probably, I mean, I guarantee he was responsible for my love of like fantasy art and fantasy. Like that's all it is. I mean, this is just like a big art concept for us.
Right.
Cool. Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
he pretty much instilled all that, you know, that aesthetic into me when I was real little, and it just, you know.
Yeah, and for me it was kind of similar. Like I was just obsessed with that stuff when I was a kid, and then
Yeah.
For now it's the art that I'm a nerd about. Like I could sit here and name artists that like fantasy artists, and people would just look at me cross-eyed. Like I'm not gonna do that because
No, I want you to. I want you to. How about like I don't know.
have a
Go
photo
ahead.
with Vallejo. I was so excited.
I was just gonna say the name. Yes.
Yeah, and Frazetta. I mean, those are some of the obvious
course,
ones. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big fantasy art convention
In Reading.
about 20 minutes.
Oh.
It's crazy. It's like
We left there and I almost cried. I was so happy.
all the big names and everything.
Yeah, it's called IllixCon,
Yeah.
and they do like a free con you can go to, and then they have this thing beforehand that's really more for the artists. Like they do.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh my God, we walked through there
No.
and.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was awesome.
That's awesome. Now, I don't. Is Boris still alive? Are you saying he was there?
He's
Oh, my God.
he goes there pretty much every year.
Wow.
It's a good place to meet him too, because there's not a ton of people.
Mhm.
It's more of a artist with artist kind of thing. So
That's so awesome. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. You know, it ties into this basically. It's mostly from old Savage sort of Conan issues. You know, the Marvel magazine series. He did a lot of those covers.
yeah.
And Frazetta, I know primarily from. I know he did some Conan covers too, but Vampirella is what I knew him from. He did a bunch of those.
Have you
covers.
been to the museum, like Frazetta's museum?
There's a museum. Now, I feel like I should have known that, but I
Oh,
didn't.
at his house. Oh yeah.
At his house.
It's
Wait.
not far from here.
Are you serious? I didn't even know where he's from. Wow, one of all this cool stuff.
Yeah. No,
It's the
his
best
family-
interview ever.
Yeah, you have to go. Someday.
Oh my
It's-
gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? His granddaughter, right? Or no, daughter. She actually goes to the con too, so you can
That's
run
cool.
into her there.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Well, obviously you've got some good inspirations for your creations here. Now, how
Not
much?
that good, though.
I mean, I thought it was great. I was like, ooh, I bet you this is gonna be. There's something to this one. And like what I liked about it too is like I couldn't. This is another thing I like whenever I look at art. You know, like I told you, I look at the art first to see if I'm going to review a band. And like this one, I wasn't sure what I was going to get. You know, because typically if I see some fantasy themes, I can expect maybe like power or epic metal. But I was like,
Right.
nah, there's something darker about this one. I don't think it's going to be that. And then the logo, you know, with the skull up there and the triangle and stuff, I was like, that doesn't look like a power metal band's logo. They don't know. And the logo itself. The font, you know, maybe something like that, but I was like, and then when I listened to it, I was like, all right, this is different. Really caught me. So,
Brian did the logo to kind of have a Celtic cross sort of feel. Like,
oh yeah, I could see that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't even have recognized that until you said it. So it's definitely
Right.
kind of your own thing too. That's yeah. So we'll listen to some of the music here in just a bit. So. So you said that the album focuses primarily on the Warlock dude. So the overall story in this album is it's a continuation of the war from the last one, and he's summoning this dragon here to.
That's before the war.
Yeah, it's actually in reverse.
Oh, reverse. That's right. Yeah, and this is before the war. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's hear some of this. All right. Now, this is a problem I've sometimes had with Facebook. I don't think YouTube's going to do it, but. Sometimes you'll try to play a band's music and they'll start mute. I accidentally put that on. Sometimes it will mute the music, but I think we'll be safe. Generally safer with underground bands. But let's start with the opening. What's that?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Let us know if it does though. But we might be able to turn off copyright.
I'm sure it will be fine. It probably won't recognize it, but let's see. Let's start with the opening here. Stop right there for now. That's a great intro. Like it's got lots of layers and it's very brooding. That's one of the things I first picked up when I was listening to it for the first time. I was like, man, this has got a nice like dark opening here. I'm making sure I put this back up in case any comments come in or anything. I was like, this is a nice dark intro. Really dig that. And let's get into Beseech the Old Enthroned. Oh, who wrote the lyrics, by the way? Did you write those too, or was it Rebecca?
That's me.
Oh, okay. Make sure I have this open here. Oh, this is. Let's talk about some of the construction here. Love that bass sound. What are you using there?
The bass?
That was actually Reese.
Reese played on this. Like our old bass player played on the album.
Okay.
Yeah. And he can't be here because he changed states. So it was.
Oh, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We did it remotely.
We still consider him our bass.
Well, that's even more impressive if you pulled this together remotely. There's some other band I interviewed not too long ago did the same thing, and I was like, wow, because then they were like all in different cities during the pandemic. Do you know what effects he used on that?
He uses just a Cliff Burton. It's like a wah pedal with a fuzz in it.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a very sort of like oozy sound to it. I really liked it. And one of the things I recognized about your sound whenever I first started to listen to this, I was at the gym doing squats. I was like, this is good. I need some good for this. It's like, what's the best way to say this? I don't want to say simplistic. It's very like deliberate and like certain of where it's going. That's like the sound I got out of it. Like you're not like wasting a lot of time like with like extraneous like ridiculous solos or all these different layers of riffs. It's like it's going in this direction and it's very like consistent and like certain. And that's one of the things that we really enjoyed about it. Now, do you guys find yourself, so we talked about the art a little bit already, but in terms of like the way you crafted your sound here for this album or even the previous one, what kind of bands that kind of inspired you, if any, or have you just sort of like developed your own sound over time? Or?
I would say that the first album was definitely like, I wanted to start a band that sounded a lot like.
Hey, I need you guys to be more quiet, okay?
Or like, early Celtic Frost stuff, but simpler. So, I mean, that's basically Winter. So that was my intent with, I was just like, I just want to write a Winter album, like a different Winter album. But with this album, we just kind of went into this like totally with no real preconceived notions as to what we were going to do. Like it wasn't like we had the intent of like, we want this to sound a very specific way. I mean, it just organically kind of developed into.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, it organically developed in an awesome way.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, he did know he wanted to use like the dungeon synth, like intros and everything.
Oh yeah, all that's still
because we knew the whole magic theme. Like, had Ross, and that fits that like. Too.
Oh yeah, it works really well. And, it reminds you of like old like 80s and like 70s like swords and sorceries, like some obscure like Euro trash swords and sorcery, swords and sandals film or something like that. But like, but yet modern. I don't mean like it sounds outdated or something. I mean like it has a very modern sound to it too. And I really liked these like keyboard like interludes, I guess you could call them, in between the songs. Those are really effective and like it really like it kind of sets like a really great mood before then you go back into sort of like the sludgy like doom stuff, and this is really effective. Let's see here. Wait a second. So you did the keyboards are all done through. You said it was a sequencer, like a programming computer you're using.
The intro or the interludes are the
Yes.
stuff over top of the music. I actually play.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean we have just an old Casio
Nice.
keyboard.
That's awesome.
And yeah, that's all I use.
So yeah,
Really snobs with here.
that's cool though. You know, just like pulling out a, you know, because you know, like, well, it's a Korg. You know, it's like some really fancy like $8,000 keyboard. You don't need much if you know how to use what you got. You know, and you guys clearly did. Yeah. But I like this. Like, you know, it's not dense. Like, it's extremely effective. Really like misty and like I don't want to say spooky. I can like see the vision. You know, cool intro there. We just get like near the end here, where it's going to transition to the next part. This is the next song. Oh, okay. Yes. This one in particular, I really like the transition to the next track. With that. Yeah, what's that bell there? Is that like a legit bell you're hitting of some kind, cowbell or something? What is that sound?
No, that's actually in this program that I have.
Oh, okay.
I just sampled it and then I just placed it into the next song.
So you did something live and then used the sample of it, or it's something you got from something else?
Yeah, I pulled the sound out of. I use this program called FL Studio.
Uh-huh.
I just pulled that particular sound out of the song itself, and just rendered it out, and then I put it right into the.
Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. All right.
So that's how it continues over into.
I get it. All right, let's hear that transition because I really liked it. I already bought it. Okay, I already bought it. Yeah, it's an awesome transition with that sound effect. Now, I'll get to the drums in a second, but vocal effects. What are you using on your vocals? Because it's generally pretty consistent, and I really enjoyed it. It's like this sort of like, it's kind of like Warlock-like, you know? Like if I imagine some Warlock summoning, you know, like storms to kill the dragon in Dragon Slayer or something, this is like what I assumed it would sound like.
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly is on all of the vocals for this album. I mean, it's mostly... A lot of the songs I individually tailored like the effect per line. So I would go in and like put a delay like right at the tail of something, but I use a lot of like slapback reverb and then delay.
Okay, so, cool.
Live, I use a vocal effects processor that just has like a really fast delay and a lot of reverb on it. So it kind of has the same effect, but it's not quite as dramatic as it is recorded.
Yeah, I really like it, you know, because sometimes bands will try to use vocal effects and they either use too many of them or like they use one like so much it just like gets overwhelming. But and your vocals are pretty consistent, but like it never got like where I was like, oh god, could you use something else? Like it always like flowed so well. Now, drums. So the drumming here, like I really enjoyed that too, obviously, but it reminded me a little bit. You ever hear this band called Faux Hammer? I think they're from Virginia.
Oh, we're friends with, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, I think their previous drummer is no longer in the band, though. I forget what's his name. Is it Jim? Dave?
Yeah, it's now Ben.
Ben plays for
Ben
now. I forget the name of their old drummer.
The original drummer, yeah. Like, it's a sort of, like, slow, like, pounding sort of style.
I actually have a video of them playing at Shadowwoods Metal Fest, and there was this tortoise crawling under my, and it was going at the same speed as Hammer.
That's cool. Yeah, I played a show with them once, and they were really nice. But it reminded me of his style. But in terms of your drumming, have you ever been influenced by any drummers or anything? I don't know if drummers ever really say they are, but maybe.
No, I I honestly wasn't. I never played in bands before. Like I love
Oh,
music,
uh-huh.
but I never played in bands until I met Brian, and he was like, "Well, we should play something together." And he cracked this joke. What was it? Dungeon. He was like, "We're gonna start a band called Dungeon Wench, and my wife's gonna play drums for me." I was like, "I don't think so." And then sure enough, it wasn't Dungeon Wench, but Cultic came to be. So, and it's a lot of fun. I love it.
We had
So.
actually
Yeah.
played before that. So
Yeah,
like,
we messed around together, but we didn't
yeah.
really take it seriously like as a
Mhm.
band. We
Yeah, until this incarnation here. And since you mentioned the name, I forgot to ask this question. I usually ask this earlier. So how'd you come up with the name Cultic? 'Cause you said it was going to be Dungeon Wench, but it went to.
That was his idea.
Dungeon Wench was taken, so
Oh, was it? It was already. Okay.
We're gonna have to go look that up.
I'm glad we didn't use that name.
Yeah, me
Looking back
too.
on it.
Actually, it was me who came up with the name because, I mean, there's so many bands out there. There's every name you look up, it's like taken.
Yeah, I know.
We wanted like a one-word name. Like we were just set on it has to be like one or two words,
Mhm.
and he was like just like dying over this. And the one night I was just sitting down and I was like, I know what it is. And so like I come from a super religious family and stuff, like crazy background. And the word cultic it's a word that I was familiar with, but I don't think you hear it a lot normally. Like people
Yeah,
don't
I would
say
say
that.
probably yeah. No. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and if you just look it up, it's just gonna give you all kinds of religious shit. Like, and it's like my goal. I was like, okay, he loved the name because I mean it's perfect. Like I'm, I have a long sordid history with religion, and it kind of comes from that. And I have this theory that we're eventually going to own that name in Google. So whenever religious people go on and they're like
Yeah.
looking for articles, it's just going to be Cultic in their face the whole time. So,
There's a video game called Cultic now too.
yeah.
Oh, is there? I almost want to look it up real quick. On Steam or something? Cultic the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but
You should somehow you have to write their soundtracks. Maybe they'll make a sequel or
right.
something, or updated advanced version. Oh, hold on, the kid's yelling upstairs. Hold on a second.
Oh, that's all right.
More quiet, please. Too loud. Okay. Sorry, she's home from school. I'm gonna have an exciting trip with grandparents here. We're going on tomorrow. Yeah. So okay, now let's see where I was gonna go with this. Oh yeah. Okay, so lots of cool songs here. I'm trying to think which one was my other favorite one. Well, okay, in terms of like I say transition song into one of the main tracks, which is your personal favorites? Let's start with Brian. What's your personal favorites?
Well, yeah, for the interludes.
Well, interlude into then and then whatever track comes after it.
I think the one that you just played probably.
Oh, okay. How about Rebecca? How about you? Same or something different?
No, I like Leering from the Pinnacle.
Oh, okay. Cool lightning effects there.
Yeah.
Which it reminds me of Dragon Slayer. Did you ever see that movie?
Long time ago.
Yeah. It's again like really great atmosphere of building up to what's coming. Now, did you have to source any of these sound effects, like the thunder, lightning, anything like that? Like source them from I don't know, sound effects libraries, or like actually go out in a storm or something with a microphone? Or
They're all from a website called Free Sound, which is
oh, okay, cool.
It's just like Creative Commons. Like,
Yes, okay. I think actually I've heard of that. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go to the transition here into the next track. And this leads into this. Ooh, I like that vocal echo there. It's like echoing into the distance above the mountains where the dragon's going to rise from or something. I like it. I like too how some of your transitions, like in this one, you know, it's pretty slow at first, and then it starts to get a little faster. Lots of good transition sound, which um, makes it really effective. I feel because, like I said, like I didn't want to call it like simplistic. It's not the word I would use. It's like it's very like sort of deliberate and concentrated, and it makes it even more effective when you have these just little simple changes like this. So, like bands sometimes underestimate how far a simple change like that can go in a sound. Like it's really effective in this album. Now, let's talk now upcoming work. Are you currently working on? Because you said he already has a whole album written whenever the other one was done. So do you already have another whole album written?
Yeah.
We're
Yes, yeah.
the bigger issue is gonna get made, like, because we DIY everything. So it takes me forever. Like, I'll put like 80 hours into a painting. I'm not quick at painting, so like,
We actually have a couple things in the works right now. Like I have the whole next album full length demoed, with the exception of vocals. I don't have any of the vocals written yet. But we also have another album that we're going to put out in between. We're going to do it like an EP release in between this one and the next one, because we already have all the artwork done for it. We have half of it written.
Oh wow!
But it was originally supposed to be a split, and the band broke up. So,
oh, who was the band?
Funeral Bastard.
yeah.
Sounds actually vaguely familiar. Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Scranton.
Scranton, yeah, I know Scranton. Yeah, okay. Oh,
Wild band. They kind of remind me of like, I don't know, like Dark Throne, a little bit thrashier or something.
cool. Oh, I think that. Too bad they're not around though.
Yeah.
So when you're putting this stuff together now, are you sending your CDs off to a factory for the printing, or are you saying you do these all yourself by hand?
Oh no, they're done professionally.
Okay. I was say, wow,
Design work,
you went full DIY. Woo. Okay, design stuff. Yeah. Okay. Now, could you show do you have any sample artwork for the upcoming that you could show? You don't have to. I'm just saying, since you mentioned.
I could show. I can grab her.
Yeah.
She's like right here.
Oh, sure. Let me stop screen share. That way we can see a bigger
Cool.
image of it. Yeah, so
Hopefully the light will be bright enough.
it's bigger. I like those pillows, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Up in the attic realm, I guess.
Yeah, it's like our opium den. It's like
I don't
a
know how
Turkish
well this
couch.
will show up on screen.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
Wow.
Oh wow, I like it. I can see what you mean, like I can see like some Frazetta influence in that, or maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Now, do you have an album? I guess you have the album title ready and everything. You know, can you say what it's called? Yeah, I don't know. I'll see.
Well, we have the song, one of the songs completed. It was supposed to be, the split was going to be Seducer and what was Altar to the Stars. That was their song that they were
Yeah,
going to contribute.
I think we're just going to
so-
call it Seducer.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And how many? Wait, so it's you were doing one track each, or did you say you did 4?
Well, it was going to be. it was just going to be a split single.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
But I have
We're gonna.
the Seducer song is like close to 10 minutes with the intro.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I mean the intro is pretty long. And then we're gonna do another song and another dungeon synth piece like in between, so we'll have 4 songs.
The intro is
total.
super cool too, because a friend of ours, Rachel, did vocals for that.
Yeah.
So there's some female vocals in there.
Oh, cool.
Like high sung vocals.
Yeah.
Like,
I like when bands do stuff like that, mix extra stuff in there. You know, that's cool. So what?
In the song too, she does
Oh
like
yeah, that's right. She is.
she does like a spoken word thing in the.
Oh, cool. So what's the timeline on that one now? As you said, you got the art essentially, it's getting close to being finished and probably layout and stuff.
I'm thinking early next year or mid next
Ooh.
year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while probably.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty far out.
As in like 2023, not like towards fall. So I guess that would be next year.
Yeah, it'll probably be 2023. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
We could maybe do it before, but we've got a lot going on right now. So
Yeah. Now, you have any like touring plans now since things are open back up and everything?
No plans to tour. We It's funny. We're playing a show this weekend, and then we're gonna take off for the summer. Just because we have a lot of commitments and stuff.
Yeah.
Our son's looking at colleges, so.
Oh yeah, you gotta do some traveling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in the fall. No plans to tour. One of my goals is to get on just a few festivals.
Yeah.
That's like a goal of mine. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maryland Death Fest, maybe. Yeah, that might be cool next year.
Oh yeah, actually we are playing a small festival. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Shadow Woods. Well.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. I think one of you told me about this. Yeah, but I won't be there. That's weird. Yeah.
It's in September. We're playing the Shadow Woods.
Oh, that's September. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I'm not sure who's on that bill. She hasn't announced it yet, but it's 2 days.
Oh, cool. Where is this?
That's here in New York.
Oh, in New York. Oh. So
yeah, she used to do it at a campground in where is in Maryland.
It's like northern Maryland.
Okay, Shadow Woods is called.
Big indoors, so.
Yeah, it was a cool festival. I mean, my other band played there twice. I mean, she would have big.
Hammer. That's Hammer played there.
Yeah. I think that the first year we played like Midnight was the headliner. The second night, so she had a pretty wide variety of bands.
Nice. Do both of you have other active bands too, or is this your primary focus now musically?
We did, but
COVID kind of
Cobra!
we were in an ambient, dark ambient kind of thing with both of us, and
I'll send you links.
Yeah, please do.
It's called the Owls Are Not What They Seem. It's ambient music. It's like a tribal ambient thing, but we use traditional instruments.
Nice.
Big black metal influence, drone. Yeah, it was throw
fun.
Everything but the kitchen sink at it. Really, I mean, it was pretty wild. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was just interested. Okay, so you got an EP coming out now. There's a full length too in the works. Now, how about that? I guess that would be probably even further ahead beyond this EP.
Most likely.
Dang.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
DIY stuff. We do all the videos ourselves.
I know, yeah.
Artwork. We do everything. So it takes a while to do all that.
Yeah, no, I know.
Watching. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Somebody's watching right now? I had someone hung in there a second.
So organizer.
We were just talking about her.
Okay. Yeah, so now, I don't want to talk business now, but I know I mentioned you guys I'd be interested in doing a vinyl release. So if we were to do that, that might be a good sort of midway thing between your next EP, because I probably would aim this is something perfect for Halloween. The sound fits. I think that would be sweet. But is there anything else that's going to come here? Oh yeah, wait. Oh, it was there. It was there that it went away. God, no.
About random shit till I figure it out.
Yeah. Just to start talking about stuff. It might come back eventually. It was whenever you mentioned. I was thinking about something where you were talking about the festival. It's something with your EP or something, but I forget. It mustn't have been as important as I wanted to think it was. Now, anything else you guys want to add about your current work on this band? Oh, that's what it was. I got it. There it is. Now, how's press response to this album been in general, of Fire Sorcery in particular?
We're shocked, honestly.
Really good. Yeah, it's been really good. There was one guy in France that reviewed our stuff, and he basically said, "I hate this album, but I love it."
Yeah, it was he didn't get it.
He was like, "I hate everything about it, but I love it."
Yeah, he gave us a 9 out of 10, and he was like, he criticized everything on it, and we were like, wait.
I'll take that 9 out of 10.
The whole thing was bad, and then the last line was like, "This is the best thing I've ever heard."
Maybe it was the translation from French to English or something, but I think that he thought that we were an ironic band, which we are definitely not.
We're a joke band.
I wouldn't even think that at all. Nothing like this seems like you'd be joking. I would expect more silliness out of the name or something like that, or the art. What's that one Dungeon Synth being Old Nick or something like that, where they take the silly like,
Oh, yeah.
like
That's pretty cool. I love that. Though.
yeah, I would, if I thought it was gonna be like a joke, I'd expect something like that, but nothing about this.
Yeah. Well,
Look
I mean, there is an element of campiness to it. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're going for fantasy, I mean, there's a nerd element there. I
Yeah,
get that.
for sure.
We knew that. We're cognizant of that, but yeah.
47-year-old screaming about wizards.
Right. I mean,
something outrageous about that, Like,
you can't take yourself too seriously, right?
Yeah, of course. So, but in general, you found that press response has been really good overall.
Yeah, we've had multiple. This is the best thing I've heard in years, and that's thank you to everybody. Honestly, like we're just kind of overwhelmed and really excited.
That's
about
awesome.
It.
Yeah, I can tell you from my perspective, like when I say something like that, like it has weight to at least me because I hear so much. It takes a lot for me to be like ooh.
Right.
Usually I'm like I have my phones on at the gym and I'm like, God, delete. This. I had this on loop for like 2 weeks. I was like, yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've had conversations where we're like, I don't know, is this going to be too weird for people, or are they gonna? Is it going to be like a love-hate kind of thing? You know what I mean? Because that's what we kind of assumed, and I mean, it's been a lot more love than we expected. So.
That's awesome.
Our last album actually got
love-hate.
I think our last album got more press too.
Oh really?
I think it did.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it was a mixed bag. It was either we love this or
we absolutely hate
this. So this one leans more towards just pure love.
Yeah, there's a lot of love. Yeah,
good.
Definitely.
Did you get a review from Angry Metal Guy by chance? I'm just curious what he made.
Yeah, we did last time.
Last time.
Yeah.
Oh, not for this one? He didn't do this one yet?
I don't think so, unless we haven't seen it yet.
Well, he has multiple writers, I guess. How about Cult Nation? Did they hit it up?
No.
Really? Invisible Oranges.
Yeah.
Invisible Oranges, Decibel.
Oh, Decibel got you. That's good. That's a big one.
Yeah, they did our whole full album release premiere for us.
That's awesome.
Who else? There was someone else. I guess you.
What's the other one?
There was another one. I can't remember right now.
I'd
love to give them a mention.
Yeah, Invisible Oranges.
And then there were a lot of smaller zines and stuff, which of course we really appreciate too. So, and that's all been really positive too. And we've gotten a lot of radio airplay.
No Clean Singing.
It's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good site for sure. That's a big one. Yeah, that's awesome. So you got some radio playtime too.
In the UK mostly.
Oh.
And Indiana, I think tagged us. So
how'd that happen? How'd that happen that it got in the UK?
I guess our PR guy hooked us up. I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't even know how it happens, honestly.
Who'd you use for PR? Was it one of the? Sometimes I get stuff in my ear split. I can't remember who I got yours from in particular.
He kind of does his own K-Bar. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Definitely heard it. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff from him. That's awesome. Okay. Well, anything else you guys want to add? I mean, I can open it up here, I guess, for questions. Anyone who's active who wants to ask a question, but they don't have to. Do you guys have anything else you want to add briefly here before we call it a day? Stop the share here. They can get a bigger picture of you. Anything else you guys want to add about anything?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people we'd like to just say thank you to.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
We did have other people on the album that contributed. Brian, you want to name names?
Yeah, so
Vocals,
two of our friends, actually three of our friends, but one guy we used to play in a band with, Bobby Yagodich, he did backup vocals. And then a guy from Philly, Steve Dietz, he did backup vocals. And then he has a band called Melancholic. And then
that sounds actually familiar.
Yeah, it's pretty
really
new.
Cool. I listen.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, it's like, really good.
Funeral doom.
Oh, always a joy.
Yeah, Bobby plays in a band called Verminoth, which is like extreme death metal.
Okay.
And Jason Schlossman, he plays in a band called Vormund. Also Funeral Doom, and they all did vocals.
Nice.
Iron Spider.
Okay.
Yeah, they helped us out. And then Rachel, she's helped us with the Seducer.
With the Seducer stuff.
Yeah, I'm psyched. I'm ready for it. Now, did you mail my CD? Because I bought it.
I did.
Okay, good.
Oh, you didn't get it yet?
No. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. You're not that far from me. You're probably like, I don't know, 4 hours, if that.
Yeah, normally they come in
Come
like a
on.
day if you're that close.
Come on,
so.
USPS. Maybe it's
Email.
out there right now. Maybe I'll go out there right now.
You know what? Check your box.
Yes. Yes. Well, I want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
both
you.
for doing this interview. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to future work. And yeah, you can share this video. And I might have to edit it slightly because again, this is the first time I've done this on YouTube. Usually when I do it from Facebook, I'll then download it and then edit it a little bit and put like a good header on there. So I might have to edit this one slightly. But yeah, thanks for taking the time here. I'm sure you have better things to do than talk to little me. But I.
Thank you.
we're having fun.
This is great.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Really looking forward to future things, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
see you guys later. Thanks.
Bye.